This video is for educational purposes. Frankfurt, officially Frankfurt am Main, is the most populous city in the German state of Hesse. Its 791,000 inhabitants as of 2022 make it the fifth most populous city in Germany, and it is the only city in the country rated as an Alpha World City, according to GAWC. Located in the foreland of the Taunus on its namesake Main River, it forms a continuous conurbation with the neighboring city of Offenbach am Main, and its urban area has a population of over 2.3 million. The city is the heart of the larger Rhine-Main metropolitan region, which has a population of more than 5.8 million and is Germany's second-largest metropolitan region after the Rhine-Ruhr region and the fourth biggest metropolitan region by GDP in the European Union. Frankfurt's central business district lies about 90 kilometers (56 miles) northwest of the geographic center of the EU at Gadheim in Lower Franconia. Like France and Franconia, the city is named after the Franks. Frankfurt is the largest city in the Rhenish-Franconian dialect area. Kindly subscribe to this channel and share this video with your friends and families. Frankfurt was a city-state, the Free City of Frankfurt, for nearly 5 centuries, and was one of the most important cities of the Holy Roman Empire. As a site of imperial coronations, it lost its sovereignty upon the collapse of the empire in 1806, regained it in 1815 and then lost it again in 1866, when it was annexed, though neutral, by the Kingdom of Prussia. It has been part of the state of Hesse since 1945. Frankfurt is culturally, ethnically and religiously diverse, with half of its population, and a majority of its young people, having a migrant background. A quarter of the population consists of foreign nationals, including many expatriates. In 2015, Frankfurt was home to 1,909 ultra-high net worth individuals, the sixth highest number of any city. As of 2017, Frankfurt is the 14th wealthiest city in the world. Frankfurt is a global hub for commerce, culture, education, tourism and transportation, and is the site of many global and European corporate headquarters. Due to its central location in the former West Germany, Frankfurt Airport became the busiest in Germany, one of the busiest in the world, the airport with the most direct routes in the world, and the primary hub for Lufthansa, the national airline of Germany and Europe's largest airline. Frankfurt Central Station is Germany's second busiest railway station after Hamburg HBF, and Frankfurter Kreuz is the most heavily used interchange in the EU. Frankfurt is one of the major financial centers of the European continent, with the headquarters of the European Central Bank, Deutsche Bundesbank, Frankfurt Stock Exchange, Deutsche Bank, DZ Bank, KfW, Commerzbank, DekaBank, Helaba, several cloud and fintech startups and other institutes. Automotive, technology and research, services, consulting, media and creative industries complement the economic base. Frankfurt's DECIX is the world's largest internet exchange point. Messe Frankfurt is one of the world's largest trade fairs. Major fairs include the Music Fair and the Frankfurt Book Fair, the world's largest book fair. With 108 consulates, among which the largest is the U.S. Consulate General, Frankfurt is second to New York City among non-capital cities in regards to consulate seats. Frankfurt is home to influential educational institutions, including the Goethe University with the Universitätsklinikum Frankfurt, Hesse's largest hospital, the FUAS, the FUMPA, and graduate schools like the FSFM. The city is one of 2 seats of the German National Library, alongside Leipzig, the largest library in the German-speaking countries and one of the largest in the world. Its renowned cultural venues include the Concert Hall Alte Oper, continental Europe's largest English theater, and many museums, 26 of which line up along the museum embankment, including the Stadel, the Liebig House, the German Film Museum, the Senckenberg Natural Museum, the Goethe House and the Schirn Art Venue. Frankfurt's skyline is shaped by some of Europe's tallest skyscrapers, which has led to the term Manhattan. The city has many notable green areas and parks, including the Wallenlagen, Volkspark Niddedal, Grünberg Park, the City Forest, 2 major botanical gardens, the Palmengarten and the Botanical Garden Frankfurt, and the Frankfurt Zoo. Frankfurt is the seat of the German Football Association, Deutscher Fußballbund, DFB, is home to the First Division Association football club Eintracht Frankfurt, the Lowen Frankfurt ice hockey team, and the basketball club Frankfurt Skyliners, and is the venue of the Frankfurt Marathon and the Ironman Germany. Frankfurt is the largest financial hub in continental Europe. It is home to the European Central Bank, Deutsche Bundesbank, Frankfurt Stock Exchange and several large commercial banks. The Frankfurt Stock Exchange is one of the world's largest stock exchanges by market capitalization and accounts for more than 90% of the turnover in the German market. In 2010, 63 national and 152 international banks had their registered offices in Frankfurt, including Germany's major banks, notably Deutsche Bank, DZ Bank, KfW, Decca Bank and Commerzbank, as well as 41 representative offices of international banks. Frankfurt is considered a global city, Alpha World City, as listed by the GAWC Group's 2012 inventory. Among global cities it was ranked 10th by the Global Power City Index 2011 and 11th by the Global City Competitiveness Index 2012. Among financial hubs, the city was ranked 8th by the International Financial Centers Development Index 2013 and 9th in the 2013 Global Financial Centers Index. Its central location in Germany and Europe makes Frankfurt a major air, rail, and road transport hub. Frankfurt Airport is one of the world's busiest international airports by passenger traffic and the main hub for Germany's flag carrier Lufthansa. Frankfurt Central Station is one of the largest rail stations in Europe and the busiest junction operated by Deutsche Bahn, the German national railway company, with 342 trains a day to domestic and European destinations. Frankfurter Kreuz, also known as the Autobahn interchange and located close to the airport, is the most heavily used interchange in the EU, used by 320,000 cars daily. In 2011, human resource consulting firm Mercer ranked Frankfurt as 7th in its annual Quality of Living survey of cities around the world. According to the Economist Cost of Living survey, Frankfurt is Germany's most expensive city and the world's 10th most expensive. Frankfurt has many downtown high-rise buildings that form its renowned Frankfurt skyline. In fact, it is one of the few cities in the European Union (EU) to have such a skyline, which is why Germans sometimes refer to Frankfurt as Manhattan, combining the local river Main and Manhattan. The other well-known nickname is Bankfurt. Before World War II, the city was noted for its unique old town, the largest timber-framed old town in Europe. The Römer area was later rebuilt and is popular with visitors and for events such as Frankfurt Christmas Market. Other parts of the old town were reconstructed as part of the Dom Römer project from 2012 to 2018. Frankenoverd, in Old High German, or Vadum Francorum, in Latin, were the first names mentioned in written records from 794. It transformed to Frankenfurt during the Middle Ages and then to Frankfurt and Frankfurt in the modern era. According to historian David Gans, the city was named c. 146 AD by its builder, a Frankish king named Zuna, who ruled over the province then known as Sicambri. He hoped thereby to perpetuate the name of his lineage. This is chronologically incompatible, however, with the archaeologically demonstrated Roman occupation of the area around Nida Fortress in modern Heddernheim. The name is derived from the Frankoniford of the Germanic tribe of the Franks, Furt, cf. English ford, where the river was shallow enough to be crossed on foot. By the 19th century, the name Frankfurt had been established as the official spelling. The older English spelling of Frankfurt is now rarely seen in reference to Frankfurt am Main, although more than a dozen other towns and cities, mainly in the United States, use this spelling, including Frankfurt, Kentucky, Frankfurt, New York, and Frankfurt, Illinois. The suffix am Main has been used regularly since the 14th century. In English, the city's full name of Frankfurt am Main means Frankfurt on the Main, pronounced like English Main or German Main. Frankfurt is located on an ancient ford, German, Furt, on the river Main. As a part of early Franconia, the inhabitants were the early Franks, thus the city's name reveals its legacy as the Ford of the Franks on the Main. Among English speakers, the city is commonly known simply as Frankfurt, but Germans occasionally call it by its full name to distinguish it from the other, significantly smaller, German city of Frankfurt an der Oder in the land of Brandenburg on the Polish border. The city district Bonhams has a name probably dating back to Roman times, thought to be derived from Bonami, N.S.A., good table. The common abbreviations for the city, primarily used in railway services and on road signs, are Frankfurt, Main, Frankfurt, M, Frankfurt A.M., Frankfurt/Main or Frankfurt/M. The common abbreviation for the name of the city is FFM. Also in use is FRA, the IATA code for Frankfurt Airport. At the western borders of Frankfurt lies the Kapellenberg as part of the Taunus, with one of the first Stone Age cities in Europe. The Celts had different settlements in the Taunus Mountains north of Frankfurt, the biggest one the Heidtrankoppitum. The first traces of Roman settlements established in the area of the river Nidda date to the reign of Emperor Vespasian in the years 69 to 79 AD. Nidda, modern Heddernheim, Praunheim, was a Roman civitas capital, Civitas Taunensium. This documentary will continue in part 2. Kindly subscribe to this channel and share this video with your friends and families. See you in the next one.